What's up, guys? Christopher Walker here, back again with some more helpful health content. Today we're going to be talking about actually one of my favorite things to consume on a daily basis is bone broth. There are a lot of benefits with bone broth. We're going to talk about the benefits here in this video, some of the major things that you can expect when you consume bone broth regularly. First off, what is bone broth? So basically, it's almost a self-explanatory name, but it's just kind of the stock that's made out of when you boil down or soak animal bones, and typically people do or the animal carcass, beef, chicken, even fish, that sort of thing. But what happens is when you boil or soak the bones of these carcasses, along with the joints and all the ligamental stuff and cartilage and everything like that, a lot of the nutrients come out of the marrow and out of the cartilage, and you end up getting a really amazing mix of very valuable amino acids, collagen, gelatin, and other minerals. So there are a ton of nutrients in this bone broth, and it's actually probably the most efficient way to get all of these nutrients is just to drink a cup of bone broth. And that's why with Truth Nutra, we actually just developed a brand new bone broth powder that is high in protein, but also super high in the collagen, gelatin, and certain amino acids that are anti-stress amino acids, and it actually just tastes incredible. It's a really, really easy to mix and really good tasting. It's got a nice savory herb flavor. So we're coming out with that with Truth Nutra. So let's talk about some of the main key benefits of consuming bone broth on a regular basis. So the first one is that consuming bone broth protects your joints. It's actually really, really helpful because of the collagen and the gelatin that's in the bone broth, as well as these amino acids. It's pretty much the best source of natural collagen that you can get. And it's actually because you're consuming this collagen that's coming from the bones, the skin, the cartilage, the ligaments, the tendons, and the marrow of these animals. It's going straight to those places for you. In your own bones. It's going to help strengthen your own bones and your own joints. You're going to stop running into a lot of issues that are associated with kind of joint decline with age. There's actually a study that showed that NCAA level athletes, when they supplemented with collagen like this over the course of 24 weeks, they had major significant improvements in reported joint comfort, and then also decrease in the factors that negatively impair athletic performance. So if you can see that it's going to really help athletes, people that are training really hard on their joints day in, day out. It'll definitely help people that are more average Joes like you and I who go to the gym and train, that sort of thing. Now, the second thing is that the bone broth consumption is really good for your gut. It's good for your gut lining. I've done some other videos talking about glycine and the collagen and the restorative value where it helps to really keep inflammation down in your digestive tract, as well as rebuild the gut lining and the wall of your gut. And that's been found also in research studies that it completely can help with digestive imbalance. It can help with keeping the integrity of your colon and your entire GI tract. All right, the third major benefit is that the bone broth consumption is going to help with your skin health. And again, this comes down to the amount of collagen and the glycine and the gelatin that is in the bone broth naturally, inherently. These things have all been found to help keep your skin very elastic. And by keeping elastic skin, you get into an area where you have less wrinkles, and your skin just looks tighter. It's got more of a glow, and that's one of the key factors of people attribute to signs of youth. So it's not unreasonable to assume that you will look younger and stay looking younger for longer when you're doing this and consistently drinking bone broth. There's actually a full-on double-blind placebo-controlled study that looked at the age-defying benefits of collagen essentially, and had people consuming this collagen, women that were aged 35 to 55, once a day for 8 weeks. And basically they found a significant improvement in skin elasticity, skin moisture, and transepidermal water loss, which is kind of like the dryness of the skin, which makes it essentially not looking all puffy and retaining water. So you stay nice and dry, and an improvement in how rough the skin is. So the skin got softer over that period of time. At the end of actually just a couple weeks, there was a very significant improvement in that, as well as skin moisture. So the fourth benefit is the immune function benefits related to consuming bone broth. again, this comes down to the gut. So your immune system is pretty much seated in the gut, and a lot of inflammatory response comes from the reaction of the things that are in your gut and the way that your gut is reacting to it. And when people have symptoms of something like leaky gut, for example, where there's permeations in the gut lining, that's when it can cause a big inflammatory response. That's where people they develop autoimmune disorders because of issues in their gut. So when you're consuming bone broth on a regular basis, you're actually really helping to support your gut, make sure the gut lining is fully intact, fully healthy, and you're going to have less issues with your immune system. The next one is actually more of a detoxification benefit, and that this is through the production of a master antioxidant known as glutathione. So bone broth has a lot of potassium and glycine, like I mentioned before, and these things both are good for both cellular and liver detoxification, but they've also been found to help increase the amount of glutathione that's produced by the body. And this glutathione also really helps with the detoxification of heavy metals in the body, like mercury and lead, and also really helps with keeping inflammation down. It helps to produce even more antioxidants and cleanse your liver in general. So it's a really essential thing to have a good glutathione level, and bone broth is going to help with that. Now, another benefit, and this is the last benefit that I'm going to talk about today, is benefits of increasing metabolism and increasing anabolism as well, like anabolic growth. And I've talked about this in another video talking about glycine. Also, I think I touched on this with collagen as well, where glycine, especially from this collagen, from this bone broth, actually promotes anabolic muscle growth. So especially if you're training, if you're weight training on a regular basis. There was a study that found, this study was in 2004, it found that the glutathione increase and the increase in the glycine consumption had a very positive benefit on DNA and RNA protein synthesis, and then also lowered cytokine production, which is a immune response in the body. It's an inflammation response. So imagine this: you're increasing your DNA and your protein synthesis, but you're also at the same time lowering the stress response to your body. You're lowering this inflammation response. Your body's going to come back into a really good state of balance and really come into a state of growth. Now, these amino acids like glycine and proline in the collagen that you're going to have in the bone broth, it actually, the cells in the muscle tissue can convert and produce more energy as well. So it's going to increase the cellular metabolism in the body. This is awesome because it's going to support muscle growth and increase metabolic rate. So those are both really good benefits. So there you have it. These are the benefits of consuming bone broth. If you want to try out our Truth Neutral bone broth, we'll have a link in the description about that. It tastes incredible, and it's high in protein, good protein from grass-fed New Zealand organic beef. We actually partnered with a farm out in New Zealand to get this. So it's come a long way, and it's well worth it. This is the best stuff you can get. So if you like this video, subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you on the next video.